Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about how our local distilleries are doing. My name is McNeil. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Joe Ferrara, Jeff Andreezy, and Matt Monica.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello!
Hey, everyone.
Hey, oh, yeah, we're going to be talking about our local distilleries today. We're just going to talk from our perspective. We're not having those owners on here where they can share the details. So, again, we're not insiders at these places, but we're just going to talk about what we think is going on with them. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, we're going to go to the box. And again, it is called Small Talk, which is this segment also happens to be called. And it's just random questions. It's, I don't know, some sort of just conversation game. I've never played any sort of game with it. I just use it for this. So, all right. Oh, this is a perfect one for me. Would you rather drive by car or fly by airplane to get somewhere? And let's qualify this because, you know, what does that mean? So let's say it's a 6-hour trip. It's a 6-hour trip, and there is an airport at the place you're going. So flying is a possibility. 6-hour trip, are you flying or driving?
6-hour trip by car.
By car, yes.
Drive.
Not by flight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Going to include some swimming and
Right, yeah. So.
Steve, for me, it's easy. It's really 12 hours. I prefer to drive. I like.
That's my cutoff too. 12 hours. 12 hours. I'm a 12-hour or less.
Yeah, we'll do that. That doesn't happen very often, but I mean, it's a 6-hour. That's really a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way too. 6-hour would be a no-brainer. I would, to me, I just 6 hours. I start calculating. Okay, I got to make time to get to the airport. I have to park my car. I got to be there early, check in, and then I hope that there's not delays. And I get it. You could say, well, what if there's an accident on the highway? Yeah, that stuff does happen. Yeah. But I just prefer the ability to stop when I want to stop. And sometimes I like mapping out and seeing things along the way, getting ready to do a driving trip all the way down to Key West. But I do it over several days, and there's places we stop in between. So the warden and I have made that part of our trip. We go to some different places in Florida we've never been on the way down. So we actually take it's like 3.5 days we're taking to get down there. So even though it's a 20-hour drive to get there, it's not really that bad. There's not that much driving on any given day. So.
Driving back, is that a 2-day then?
Yeah, so what I do when I drive back, I'm by myself. So she flies back because she's got to get back to work. What I do though is I drive to just before I get to Atlanta from Key West, and that's 9 hours or something like that, and then I drive the rest of the way on the way home the next day. So yeah, through Atlanta and all that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. Yeah. All right, Matt, how about you? What 6 hours? I don't know with Matt. I don't know if he.
Kind of on the fence there. I'm gonna say like 5 hours is kind of where I was thinking just in my head, but I could do 6. That's not that big of a deal. I'm thinking like anything. I used to go to Atlanta all the time for work, and like I can't imagine just driving back and forth on that. That's
Right.
about 10 hours from my house. 10 or maybe 12 hours from my house. That'd be too much. So I think car, but I'm on the edge of that might be a flight.
That's going to be a questionable one. You're going to start looking at things and stuff like that. So
Yep.
at 6 hours. So all right. How about you, Joe? 6 hour by car? You're taking the car or the plane?
Car, definitely. As long as I have the time, we have to get there and not have to rush someplace, so I can stop. Get out of the car and stretch. I've driven to New Mexico from New York.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
That took us 3 days, and we just took our time. The kids were little. We put a TV in the back for them, so
Yep.
they were quiet. And I like driving everywhere. We're going to Chicago in about 2 months, 3 months, and we're driving. It's about a
Okay.
13-hour drive.
Yeah. Yep. All right, man. McNew, it's got to be flying, right?
Yeah, I think 6 hours is the limit. Like Nashville with the time change is about 6 hours from here. Like you can drive to Nashville, that's no big deal. But anything
But you get home in 4.
Yeah, no. it's more actually. Or maybe I get there in 4, I get home in 6. I don't know, whatever way that works. But I think that's kind of the limit. And also, you got to look at the cities. I'm like, is their traffic shitty or are they easy to drive through? If they have shitty traffic, then you just want to fly, even if it's like only.
Nashville has shitty traffic for sure.
Yeah.
It's just bad in Nashville.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Atlanta. Atlanta's
Got to
really
go around.
Yeah.
Right.
Atlanta's
I also
terrible.
like driving because then I look around for liquor stores, see if they got any bourbons that I couldn't find in my area, and then
Yeah.
I stock up and just load them in the trunk and come home with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. When I retire, I want to do the ultimate road trip of Route 66, the whole thing.
Whole thing.
And it's not. I'm not doing it in like a weekend or something. I'm gonna whatever it takes, 2 weeks. I don't care.
I did it from
when I retire.
Texas to New York.
Yeah.
So we went and we drove through a part of Texas where the sky looked so low, like you could touch it, and it turned out. I put the radio on and it said there's a tornado warning in the town of, let's say, Emily, and the sign said entering Emily along Route 66, and I'm like, oh, great, we're going to see a tornado, but luckily nothing happened, but that was kind of freaky.
Yeah.
I guess you have to caveat it too. So you're assuming a commercial airline and commercial flight. But I've got a buddy of mine who owns his own business and he's doing very well, and he flies himself. He's got his own
Yeah.
plane.
Katie flies herself.
So like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that would be a game changer if you had access to
Oh, yeah.
I think so. I think so. She says it's all kind of set up for that too. All these small airports, they have like loaner cars. So if she flies somewhere, she just takes their little airport's loaner car and then she drives that around. Might be visiting a city, getting lunch, shopping, or whatever she's doing, and then she flies back. I mean, that sounds very liberating, very freeing, right? Yeah, and fun. But yeah, McNew, you were saying something earlier. What was that? Do you remember?
Oh, I was going to say it also depends on who's driving. Like if I have to drive myself,
Uh huh.
6 hours is limit. And if I get to be a princess, I don't driving. It doesn't
Okay.
matter how long it takes. But
To summarize, because you had
6
some
hours of my limit by myself.
internet issues there. Just to summarize, if McNew is driving, that 6 hours sounds too much. If the boyfriend's driving, she can just be a princess and hang out, and it's not as bad. So I did
deal.
not say anything wrong there, did I, McNew? That was just
no, that was all very correct.
Plus, he gets that elderly parking closest to every place you stop. So
well, sure. He gets out with the walker and everything. So
Oh yeah.
it's fine.
Yep.
All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with McNew. McNew, what do you got? We're gonna let you go first again.
Since we're doing locals, this is an indie local. I have some Hotel Tango. Probably won't do much.
No, it didn't do anything. All right, Jeff. I don't think we have a leader right now because I didn't hear anything from McNew.
all right. So I didn't grab any Minnesota whiskey. I'm sharing my favorite distillery to visit whiskey. Let me say that again. My favorite distillery to visit. I want to be very clear. about this. I've got some Hidden Barn. Picked this one up a couple weeks ago. It's the Slow Fade. A little lower proof, but Becca had me try this one first, and good stuff.
Wow, that's a very good cork pop for sure.
Atoned he is again.
Yes, he is. I'm going to go local here. This is Old Monroe from our good friends at Old Monroe Distillery. This is old enough where it was back when it was Stumpy's Distillery. Let's see what we got here. That was pleasant, decent, but not going to be enough. Jeff has the lead. Next up is going to be Matt. Matt, what do you got?
I feel stupid because I got one from Ohio, Middle West.
Are you moving? Is there an announcement going to be made later in this podcast?
No, I wasn't paying close enough attention, but this is the Pumpernickel from Middle West.
Okay. Okay. That also was great, but it's only great for second place-ish. So was not did not knock Jeff off. So, Joe, you're last but not least. Jeff has the lead.
Of the Hudson Valley, New York distillery called Copper Sea. This is their Excelsior straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay. Okay. Also, a solid effort, but it's not going to be enough. Jeff's going to hold on, and he is our winner. So, cheers to Jeff.
Cheers to my favorite distillery to visit.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we're going to come back, we're going to talk about the local scene. We've heard about these problems in bourbon. How are local distilleries doing? We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about how are our local distilleries doing.
Yes, we are. So, anybody want to take the lead? I want to start out here. Tell us a little bit about their local distilleries.
We have a bunch here. One of them is Tuttletown, which is doing quite well because they were bought out by Grant and Son.
Okay, yeah.
So they're holding up really well. The one I'm drinking, Copper Sea, they were a startup and they were doing okay in the summer. I haven't been able to get out there in the last once the winter hit.
Well, that's why they're not doing good. Joe's not
Yeah.
coming there anymore.
Exactly. And then there's another one in a town called Beacon that's doing fairly well, but they also sell vodkas and gins,
Yeah.
and I think that helps them stay.
How
in
close
business.
are you to Taconic?
Taconic is about 25 miles away, and that's actually what I had here to open. And the cork is so tight I couldn't get it out.
Okay. Okay.
So that's like 4 hours in Manhattan.
Yeah. Well, he's not in Manhattan.
No,
He's
I live in
no.
the Hudson Valley.
Oh, that's right. All right.
Near New Paltz University. I live maybe 4 miles from Tuttletown.
Okay. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you ever gone to any of the other, big New York distilleries like Widow Jane or?
They're all closer to Brooklyn.
Yeah, right.
which
They are
is
in Brooklyn.
a
Do you
long,
go to Brooklyn
long
ever?
drive for me. Not often. That's about a 2.5 hour drive to get down there.
What's the other big one in Brooklyn? It's got the bottles that look like medicine.
Yeah, not Kings County, is it? No,
Kings County.
no.
Yeah, it is Kings County. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones that make the.
I like them a lot,
Yeah,
but
me too.
you've never been there though, huh?
No,
You should make that trip one time.
we will. Yeah, I'll get down there.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. So it sounds like it's mixed as far as your local distilleries.
There's now all of a sudden there's about 30 distilleries that have opened up in the last 2 years that
Okay.
they have a magazine here called Hudson Valley Magazine, and they put all of them in there. So I ripped it out of the magazine and I saved
Probably
it.
some you hadn't even heard of when you got that many
Yeah,
coming into the market.
well, some have only been open for 3 or 4 years. So
Right.
this summer, my son, who's gotten into bourbon, we're going to tour a bunch of them.
Okay. Jeff, how about you, man? And what's going on with the distilleries in your area?
So I've only been to a couple in Minnesota, and Isanti Spirits, that was our flagship whiskey visitor one time, and I was able to drive down over to theirs, and they were making some really good products, and they had some things they were aging right there, so I think they in the long run are going to be fine. The other is very local to me. It's about a 45-minute drive called Panther.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about them is, I thought, that's kind of a cool name. It's actually the last name of the owner.
Oh, okay.
Is Panther. And
His first name's Sex, by the way.
yeah, it might be.
Sex Panther.
Or black.
They so I'd been there a couple of times, and I'll be honest, not really impressed.
Okay.
But the most recent time I was there was in September, and now they're starting to have some things with a little more age. And I know age.
Okay, they're turning the corner a little bit, huh?
It's not. Age isn't always the answer, but in Minnesota, I think with the way it needs to age, and they're doing it all here, and they're aging in Minnesota oak. Their 4-year offering that was just out was actually really good. So I'm hoping for good things from them.
Yeah, sometimes you got to give them time.
It's
okay.
That is one where I'd say that the time is going to be their friend. They're popular, but I'm again, by the stuff that I've tasted, I'm not really sure.
That's a tough climate, though. When you're aging it there, I mean, it's cold. It doesn't have the seasonality where temperatures up and down, and it's
not as much. You might get a couple of really warm days, but
sure,
not enough.
It's going to happen, but yeah,
it's not going to change the temp in your rickhouse and your barrels
right
that much. So and they're small, but I do think if they can continue to ride it out, good things.
Okay. McNeil, how about you? What's going on in Indiana? Anything in Muncie? Are there distilleries in Muncie?
We do not have distilleries. There are several breweries, though, and they're pretty cool. Like, I'll go in and get like a cider, whatever. But the closest one to me would be Anderson, and it's the Oakley Brothers Distillery. And they do a bourbon called Flyover State. They have a rye. It was like, it's still like, you hate to call something young, but like they're getting there. I like them better for their cocktails and food. Like their tasting room, I think, is better than any individual product they're doing. Like they just did fun Christmas cocktails, and their flatbreads are delicious. Like I like just going and sitting there for an afternoon. We have Hotel Tango and Four Fingers downtown Indy on Mass Ave. And like they're more kind of tasting room vibes too, but like I like them hanging out there. I think Drew Black, he owns Circle City Whiskey. I talked to Drew a lot. he just gets barrels and blends them. So he's a blender. The Circle City whiskey, he's doing a lot of cool stuff this year. He actually had to buy like a little mini still just so he could call himself a distillery and sell things the way he wanted to. But I
Right.
think Drew is one to watch and see what he's coming up with this year.
Yeah. Another one I'd throw in there, and again, I know he's, quite a bit outside of Indianapolis, but Old 55, only because, Jason is an Indy resident. He's right there, but the distillery's back where his family is in Newtown, but, and he seems to be doing well. So I mean, we can't buy enough from him. I mean, we get one barrel pick a year. That's the rule because he doesn't have enough product. So,
He does a lot of, there's Newtown Brewing. He does a lot of collaborations with them too. So Jason's doing just fine over here.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and he has some successful events. He does a barbecue festival thing, and he seems to be just doing well in general, from what I can tell. So, yeah. And Matt and I are both from St. Louis area, so we can kind of tag team here. But I feel like things are going really well, particularly for the ones that we care about and like. We know that they're doing a good job. I think, tough times haven't impacted them. I think, still 630 is doing great. I think Wood Hat is doing really good as well. Adam Stumpf, opening up his new, location and stuff like that. That's like off the charts good. That's like incredibly successful.
That's where I was going to go with. What immediately came to mind is he's in Columbia, Illinois, really close, Monroe County, and it's just unbelievable facility now.
Yeah.
And in fact, my niece is getting married there.
It's world class. Yeah, his place is incredible. It's so well thought out. Have you looked at it a little bit? Did you?
We walked through it up to where we could because there was a wedding that was
right. Yeah, there's only so much you can do. But it's his wife Laura designed it, and it is designed by someone who cares. If you're going to have a wedding there, they have a cool groom's area where they can hang out, and there's a big TV for watching sports and stuff like that, just for the groomsmen. Private area. There's even an escape route if you decide this isn't for me. They put that in there, which is awesome. And then on the bride's side, they got where they can get dressed up. Everybody has their own like makeup counter, and so they can all do their makeup at once and stuff like this. So it's a bonding thing for the whole wedding party. And there's full length mirrors in there as well. It's really just well thought out. The reception hall has 2 bars on both sides, so you know how it can be with lines and it's just a log jam. They got a big ballroom that has
the tasting room in the shop is just incredible too.
It's
well adorned and made, and just
you walk in, it's like impactful because it's a big open area, with steps overlooking it. It's cool. But Demetrius Kane is just killing it. My God, if you go out there, I mean, it's
his
a scene.
facility's shaping up pretty cool too. Like
It is. It
it's
really
a
has come
bar
together
area
nice.
and everything.
It's his
really
products obviously are just fantastic,
Yeah. So
day in and day out. But
yeah. And it's just the volume of traffic he gets. I was there for a barrel pick on Saturday morning, and you drink a lot of barrels when you're there, so I had to take some time to sit around afterwards. And then I got a pizza because you got to eat something, and they have a full cocktail bar too, which I wasn't getting that because that was my sobering up time, so I wasn't getting the cocktails. But you could go hang out there. I mean, it's a cool place for sure.
And it seems like he's starting to do more events, and he's got some different merch and stuff that's kind of coming.
Yeah, his merch is really good these days.
Yeah, he's really kicking off well.
Yeah. And Rich Anders of Washington Distilling, he seems to be doing great. So the ones I think that we really care about are doing well, and I think that's the important thing. I never want somebody who's doing a really good job in business just to not, for some reason or another, catch on, which that does happen from time to time. But it seems like the people that I think are doing a good job making whiskey, it's paying off for them because they're doing good as far as their business and stuff.
Well, and to me, you mentioned Still 630 at the beginning. I'm not typically a fan of what they do, but I can really appreciate the experimentation and
right.
kind of what goes into their methodology and how they're doing it, and all that, all the blending and all the adjusting, it's just amazing what they're doing.
Yeah.
from especially a small, facility and with
Yeah.
where they're at.
Super small facility. There's one, and we're not going to say its name. Matt, you know what I'm talking about. We talk about this distillery all the time, and they're bad, and they've been in business long enough. They shouldn't be bad. But I'll tell you what, this is a testament to how good things are in St. Louis. It seems like they're doing fine too. I mean, yeah, they get plenty of buzz and stuff like that, and
I got to get a bottle this Christmas.
you had to be pleased getting that. So yeah, that's good.
That was good. I mean, it's good to know, from my perspective, having someone just shopping local, knowing that we have local folks across all of our communities that we've all just talked about.
Right.
It's just great to see that people are succeeding, and these craft distillers are doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah. We don't want to get wrapped up into this thing. Everything's bad. Bourbon's collapsed. No one cares anymore. And then I'm pleased to say that, in our market, things are going well. And hopefully that's the same around the country too. I hope this is just all blown up clickbait journalism and all those things that go with that. So,
and I think just by going in places, like, you can tell, like, there's a crowd, like, there's people at the bar, there's people buying things, like,
there's a vibe, right? Yeah.
Like, just sitting there like a ghost town. I don't think so.
Right.
Good when you go in.
Yeah, you get that feeling like you walk into Demetrius Place or Adam Stomp's, and it's electric. There's groups of conversations happening, and then there's people interacting with people they don't know at the bar and stuff like that. It's just, there's a whole vibe that just says things are going well here. So yeah, I like that, and that seems to be what's going on. So very cool. Well, this was a fun show. I love talking about local, and and
we've got some great stuff out in our back step. It's great.
It's very cool. All right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Matt, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn at Modica.
All right, Jeff.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Okay, Joe.
I'm on Instagram at Joe Ferraro. Let me start again. I'm on Instagram at Bourbon_aficionado. It's one of those days.
Joe, you almost made it the whole night.
Yeah.
I was up at 3 a.m. today.
3 a.m. Okay. All right, fair enough. McNew, how about you?
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley across all social media platforms. I have a website, steveakeley.com. Company website's abvnetwork.com, the one you want to check out because all of our content's out there. Also, if you want to learn more about the ABV Barrel Shop, we do have a website. It's abvbarrelshop.com. You can sign up for email distribution there. I suggest you do that. You'll know exactly what's going on. Again, abvbarrelshop.com. That's going to be it for me today. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.